Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We can get a strong assessment or evaluation of the direction of a market based upon the candlestick psychology that we can attribute to what makes the candlestick signals. The Japanese rice traders have the candlestick psychology already built into the graphics. And we can see it much more plainly when we just use the simple logic the candlestick or the Japanese rice traders would use. Where do most people sell? They panic sell at the bottom. How can we identify that? We use stochastics in the oversold area. And if they gap down in the oversold area, that is a very strong alert that you start watching for a reversal signal. We saw that the other day when you had the war going on in Ukraine. The pre-market futures were way down. As soon as it gaps down and starts heading lower, there's two alerts. One, the gap down, and two, look at the magnitude of distance away from the T-line. Remember, the T-line rule is the further away you move from the T-line, the higher the probability they're going to come back and test it. Now, why is that important? Because that allows the candlestick investor to anticipate when to start taking profits well before any reversal has occurred. So if you were short on this day, you were already preparing to start taking profits on your short positions. Same scenario on the NASDAQ. You can see over here where they gapped it down, traded down here. Look how far away you were from the T-line. What's your next trading strategy? You go to your 10-minute chart and see when things start reversing and coming up through the 10-minute chart. The other day, they gapped it down, and here's where the graphics of candlestick signals are greatly enhancing your ability to see what's going on. As soon as they opened it, you could see they were trading positive, and that was illustrated by the fact that this candle was turning green. Look how far away you are from the T-line in the oversold area. That's when you get ready to start taking profits. So if you've got charts that look like this, in Upstart, you're in a downtrend, and then they gap it down and trade down here in the oversold area. That prepares you or allows you to anticipate when to be taking profits instead of guessing. Now, look at the Upstart. Because you can analyze the fact that you have a fry pan bottom followed by a J-hook pattern, which is what we call your classic pattern, we could see with greater confirmation and greater confidence of the pattern setting up. There's our bullish engulfing signal. Back up through the 50 and the T-line. There's your doji sandwich. So even if you didn't catch these days, which you probably wouldn't, we recommended going long based upon a positive open today, because what do we know about the doji sandwich? That if it opens positive, the doji rule says it's going to trade positive. And how much positive? The doji sandwich usually indicates that if this candle is probably going to be the same magnitude as this candle, which gives us a lot of information. One, tells us even if you're a day trader, that's going to be a good trade. Two, it's confirming the pattern. So if you're a swing trader, you're buying at the ultimate time to be buying with the expectations of more upside. So candlestick signals allow you to anticipate when everybody else's investor sentiment or their thinking is negative. We can see when there's a change of investor sentiment, one, with a signal, two, with a confirmation of that signal, and three, the fact that they broke the downtrend T-line. That puts you with much higher probabilities you're in an uptrend. Our recommendation on Ruth Steakhouse was based upon a belt hold signal. And as long as you understand and know what a belt hold signal represents, it basically tells you they took a lot of sellers out of the trading. And when they sopped up all those sellers, that means any buying is going to have less selling in front of it. That created a strong, not only strong signal, but look how the pattern is setting up for a good J-hook pattern. So again, I always illustrate or reiterate that this is not rocket science. This is just identifying what the Japanese rice traders have identified for hundreds of years of what patterns set up, showing you investor sentiment. A, V, again, a bullish engulfing, where at a level everybody else is watching, a positive open after a doji. What was this day going to do? Same magnitude as this day right here. Not only recognizing the signals and patterns is very important, but it also allows the candlestick investor to be mentally prepared. So you don't have to sit here guessing what to do. You know immediately, if it opens positive, what the probabilities are that you're going to be in a successful trade. So oil at $195 a barrel. Is it heading up? Well, we can start seeing these shooting star signals telling you every time they've taken it up that high, they're selling it off. Why? Have no earthly idea. All we're analyzing is what everybody else's decisions are. And probably somebody out there in the smart money section is starting to take profits up here. That at least allows you to be prepared for maybe a reversal in crude oil. So once again, if you're reading the books, these books are just chock full of the information that are related to the signals and patterns. Or if you want to have things at your fingertips, we have sets of flashcards for showing you the candlestick signals and the different technical patterns, candlestick patterns as well as Western patterns. But it's also very good to learn Western patterns because the candlestick signals are going to make it much more clear what Western patterns might be setting up. Also, mark your calendars. In 3 weeks from now, I think it's on March 26th, we're going to be doing a full 2-day training on the candlestick signals and patterns. This is your bread and butter training. This is what puts you in the right frame of mind of knowing exactly what the signals and patterns are telling you and kind of changing your perspective of how to trade in candlestick analysis much more successfully. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.